For a man to conquer himself is the first and noblest of all victories. Reality is created by the mind. We can change our reality by changing our mind. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. No one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future in life. A wise man speaks because he has something to say, a fool because he has to say something. The right question is usually more important than the right answer. Don't force your children into your ways, for they were created for a time different from your own. You can discover more about a person in an hour of play than in a year of conversation. The one who learns and doesn't practice is like the one who plows and never plants. Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Follow your dream as long as you live. Do not lessen the time of following desire, for wasting time is an abomination of the spirit. Excellence is not a gift, but a skill that takes practice. We do not act rightly because we are excellent. In fact, we achieve excellence by acting rightly. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. Better to complete a small task well, than to do much imperfectly. Ignorance is the root cause of all difficulties. Knowledge which is acquired under compulsion obtains no hold on the mind. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow. To begin is the most important part of any quest and by far the most courageous. People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. If women are expected to do the same work as men, we must teach them the same things. When you feel grateful, you become great, and eventually attract great things. Happiness springs from doing good and helping others. If one has made a mistake, and fails to correct it, one has made a greater mistake. The worst of all deceptions is self-deception. Good actions give strength to ourselves and inspire good actions in others. There is in every one of us, even those who seem to be most moderate, a type of desire that is terrible, wild, and lawless. You should not honor men more than truth. The measure of a man is what he does with power. A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. The true lover of knowledge naturally strives for truth, and is not content with common opinion, but soars with undimmed and unwearied passion till he grasps the essential nature of things. Poverty doesn't come because of the decrease of wealth but because of the increase of desires. False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the soul with evil. Courage is knowing what not to fear. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. There is no harm in repeating a good thing. Love is born into every human being. It calls back the halves of our original nature together. It tries to make one out of two and heal the wound of human nature. Lack of activity destroys the good condition of every human being, while movement and methodical physical exercise save it and preserve it. One cannot make a slave of a free person, for a free person is free even in a prison. Do not train a child to learn by force or harshness, but direct them to it by what amuses their minds, so that you may be better able to discover with accuracy the peculiar bent of the genius of each. If a man neglects education, he walks lame to the end of his life. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. Knowledge without justice ought to be called cunning rather than wisdom. We are twice armed if we fight with faith. An empty vessel makes the loudest sound, so they that have the least wit are the greatest babblers. All learning is in the learner, not the teacher. There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain.